난 뭔가를 봤지 Catch now 없어도 리듬은 freaky Our body call with me 분위기 shaky 오렌지 앞방에서 꽃무늬 올리자
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, I'm Wenny Diah Prameswari. Well, on this occasion, I will explain you about teaching grammar skills. In this video, I will explain you about the first, definition of grammar, the second, purpose of learning grammar, and the third, method used in teaching grammar. The first is definition of grammar. So, grammar is the whole system and structure of language or of languages in general, usually taken as consisting of syntax, morphology, phonology, and semantics. Grammar is the rules of a language governing the sounds, words, sentences, and other elements, as well as their combination and interpretation. The second one is the purpose of learning grammar. We will get a lot of new vocabulary, improve our understanding of the context of a sentence, improve our knowledge in writing and interpreting English properly, and the last one is build conceptual thinking about the structure of the English language. The third one is method used in teaching grammar. The first method, drawing timelines. Timelines are useful for teaching grammar structure that refer to aspects of time. Timelines are a simple and visual way to clarify the action and event described in a sentence. They are often used by teachers for presenting the meaning of verb tense in English. The implementation steps. The teacher prepares picture containing a series of activities. Then students are asked to make sentences using the tense that has been determined. And the last, students present sentences that have been made in front of the class. The advantages. Students become more creative in making sentences. Students understand the use of certain tenses well, and students are able to develop their ideas. The disadvantages. Students who don't really understand the use of tenses will be confused and have difficulty in making sentences. And it requires high concentration. The second method is using tables. Tables are very useful for showing the form of the grammar on the board. For example, these tables show the affirmative and negative forms of a verb in the simple present tense. Like I, you, we, they live in England. He, she, it lives in England. And then I, you, we, they don't live in England. And he, she, it doesn't live in England. The implementation steps. The teachers prepares a table containing the tense rules. Then the teachers explain the table. Students listen and pay attention to the material. And the last, students apply the use of tense rules to increase the understanding. The advantages. Students get new knowledge about tenses rules. Students understand the use of certain tenses well. And the last, students are easier to remember about the tense rules. And the disadvantages, students who don't really understand the use of tenses will be confused and have difficulty, and it requires high concentration. The last method is choosing the correct sentence. With higher level grammar, it's useful to ask students to compare two sentences which are similar in certain ways, but one sentence has a mistake related to grammar. For example, I've lived here since 3 years, and I've lived here for 3 years. The students are asked to compare two sentences, then explain the reasons. The implementation steps. The teachers prepare several sentences containing correct and incorrect sentences. Then students are asked to identify the structure of the sentence. Then students explain why the sentence which they choose has the mistake. Advantages. Students are able to use grammar correctly. Students gain new knowledge about tense rules. And the last, it increases students' confidence in expressing their opinion. And disadvantages. Students become nervous when they don't know how to use grammar correctly. And some students will find it difficult to convey the reason.
본 순간이 미연인이 된 것 같아서 지루한 일상 안에서 꺼내줄 것만 같아서 어디로 튈지 모르는 충동적인 성격인 판단력을 흐리는 게 싫지 않았어 무채색인 날씨
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good morning.
Morning.
How are you today?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm really good. Okay, before we start our lesson today, let's pray together. Pray start. Finish. Okay, let me check your attendance list. Aida,
Yes.
Arfa,
Present.
Testa,
Present.
Sinta.
Present.
Well, okay. Last meeting, we already learned about simple present tense. So in this meeting, we will try to practice it. So I prepare some sentences. So you have to analyze it and explain. Choose the correct sentence. Choose the correct sentence based on the grammar and explain the reason why you choose it. Jadi apakah kalian sudah paham perintahnya?
Sudah.
Oke, silakan dikerjakan. Saya beri waktu 30 menit. Apakah sudah selesai?
Sudah.
Oke, sekarang mari kita membahasnya secara bersama-sama. Question number 1. Aida, please read it and explain the reason.
My answer is I wake up at 5 o'clock because the subject is I, so we should use verb base without suffix s or es.
Okay, that's correct. Number 2.
My answer is my mother brings an umbrella. We add S because the subject is my mother.
Okay, good. Number 3. Testa.
Number 3, I choose You Are So Beautiful because the subject is you, so the appropriate to be is are.
Okay, good. Number 4. Sinta.
I don't know.
Okay. Since Sinta doesn't know the answer, maybe one of you want to give the answer? Okay, just that.
The answer is Jay lives in London
Why?
because the subject is Jay. So we should use purpose with suffix s.
Okay, good. And number 5, Aida.
I choose he is not a teacher because the subject is he, so the appropriate to be is.
Okay, correct. Number 6,
Number 6, I choose Michael
Michelle.
goes to school every day. I just it because the subject is Michelle, so the verb should S or es.
Okay, good. The number 7,
Number 7 is Honey doesn't like ice cream because the subject is honey, so we should use purpose with suffix s.
okay, good. Number 8, Sinta.
Because go to the canteen, the subject is we should use verb plus little suffix or s.
Yeah, because the subject is we, so we should use the verb base without suffix s or es. Number 9, Aida.
My answer is, do you like fried rice? Because the subject is you, the appropriate modal is do.
Good. The last question.
Last question. My answer is, does Daniel go to the library? Because the subject is Daniel, so we use does.
Okay, good. So, give applause for yourself. Okay. It seems like the most of you really understand about simple present tense. So, let's review again about the pattern. So, in verbal sentence, the pattern for positive sentence is
Verb
Subject plus verb
plus s.
okay. For negative sentence,
subject plus do or does plus not plus verb
Plus object.
for the question sentence,
Does
Do or does
plus subject plus
purpose plus object plus question mark.
okay, good. And for nominal sentence, for the positive pattern is
Subject plus is are plus ana.
negative sentence,
Subject plus is are plus not plus ana.
and the last for question sentence,
Is are plus subject plus ana plus question mark.
okay, good. Give applause for yourself. Okay, that's all about simple present tense. Thank you for joining my class today. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
That's all about teaching grammar skills. Thank you for watching my video. I'm sorry if I made a lot of mistake. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you.
우리면 drop it like hot, hot, hot. 어제 I'm feeling so hot. 노래 burning like hot.